Hello students, in the previous videos we have already learnt about combination and decomposition reactions. So moving ahead with the further types of reactions, the next category is for displacement reactions. Now what do you mean by displacement reaction? As we studied about combination and decomposition reactions, we took out their meaning by their name itself. Like combination was to join, decomposition was to break down. Similarly, displacement, the English word displacement means to displace something, that means to take place of something. किसी को किसी चीज से रिप्लेस करने को डिस्प्लेस करना कहते हैं, राइट? सो दीज आर द रिएक्शंस इन विच देयर आर टू कंपाउंड्स, right? They can either be both the reactants or the products. They can displace the other element as one can be more reactive than another. That means in a chemical reaction, one compound is present that reacts with the other compound. So what happens while the reaction is occurring, the element present in one of the compound will take the place of other element which is present in the second compound. Right? For example, here I have shown AB is a compound and C is an element which react together. So when they react together, what will happen? The B element will be replaced by C on the product side. That means when they have reacted together, they will form AC. That means A was earlier joined with B to form a compound, but now C has taken place of B and formed a new compound AC, while B has left alone. This happens just because it can be possible that C might be more reactive than B. It might have more reaction power, right? So it displaced B from AB and took its place. For example, you can relate it like somebody you know, when in a classroom only, if there is a two separate section for the people who are studying, who are getting percentage above 90%, and there is another row for the students who are getting percentage between 80 to 90%. So now after one session of examination, there is a child in the category of 80 to 90% who has got 95%. So now he will be shifted to the 90% above one category, while the one who was there in the 90% category has got 85, so he would be shifted to the 80 to 90% one. Thus the one student has replaced the other student. This is how the displacement reaction also occurs, when one element will displace the other element in its compound, right? And this is generally because C might be more reactive than B. Now you might be wondering, what is this reactive or more reactive or less reactive, right? I don't know whether you have studied this in your previous classes or not, but yes, for sure you will be studying it in your chapter ahead. Metals and non-metals is a chapter in which you will be studying about the reactivity of the metals. So this is how some metals are more reactive than the other metals, and this is what forms the basis for the displacement of the reaction, right? Now we will learn some examples of displacement reactions which will really form very important part. And let me tell you, they even you get a question on these reactions in the exam. So first reaction, you see a compound copper sulfate. Okay, and side by I will also explaining how are these compounds formed. So how is copper sulfate formed? Copper is +2, sulfate is -2. When you join them both, 2 will cut down each other, so it will form CuSO4, copper sulfate. While when you reacted with zinc, it will form ZnSO4. So this is ZnSO4, zinc +2, S4 -2. So 2 से 2 will cut each other and they will form zinc sulfate, ZnSO4. So I've told you earlier also, the one having same vacancies will not put on any other extra thing, they will cut down with each other. Now see how is the displacement reaction occurring. When copper sulfate reacted with another element, zinc was more reactive than copper. As zinc was more reactive and more powerful than copper, therefore it displaced copper and definitely formed itself a reactant with sulfate. Thus we got a new compound, that is zinc sulfate, and copper was left alone. This is how displacement reactions takes place, कि जब एक ने दूसरे को displace कर लिया, right? Similarly, in the next one, you can see copper chloride CuCl2. Now how is this formed? Copper is +2, Cl is -1. So इसका 1 यहाँ पे आया, इसका 2 यहाँ पे आया, and it formed CuCl2. While PbCl2 was formed this way, Pb +2, Cl -1, 2 came this side and 1 came here, so PbCl2. Same thing happened here. Lead was more reactive than copper, therefore it came and displaced copper from chlorine and itself formed bond with it. Therefore PbCl2 was formed and copper was left alone. क्योंकि लेड ज़्यादा रिएक्टिव और पावरफुल था कॉपर से, उसने कॉपर की जगह ले ली इस कंपाउंड में. एज अ रिजल्ट ये खुद क्लोरीन के साथ कंबाइन होकर लेड क्लोराइड जैसा कंपाउंड बना लिया और कॉपर को अलग से छोड़ दिया. These are very easy reactions if you like go concept by concept. So I don't think there is any hard thing which is you cannot understand in these reactions. Third example, similarly, this is iron, this is HCl, hydrogen chloride, right? So as iron is more reactive than hydrogen, it took off hydrogen from the bond of chlorine and itself bonded with it. Therefore hydrogen gas was released and a new compound was formed, ferrous chloride. Now how is HCl formed? H is +1, Cl is -1, so it combined and formed HCl, whereas Fe is +2, Cl is -1, so it formed FeCl2. This is about displacement reaction. This is a very simple and very easy reactions which you can understand very easily, right? This was the basic layout which I gave you, and these are certain examples. Based on these examples only, you might be getting some questions also in the examination. They would give you sample problems which you might solve it very easily. For sure you will not be having any problem in it. Still you have not understood any concept, please let me know through the videos. Thank you very much.